Okay, what is going on, CYPRX advanced YouTubers? Welcome back to the CYPRX YouTube page. As always, if you're interested in learning about cryptocurrencies, commodities, indices, foreign exchange, and how to trade them properly utilizing technical analysis, please go ahead and consider subscribing to the YouTube page. I know that I have been absent from YouTube for a couple of days. I've been enjoying time with family, just kind of letting the markets play out. Very, very beautiful price action playing out on XRP. Not so much for Casper, which is another cryptocurrency that we cover here on this YouTube channel. But in today's video breakdown, I'm going to read some very interesting fundamental news articles for you all, give you guys an inside perspective on what I think, XRP's future is going to look like. And then I'm also going to real quick just show you something that I have here pulled up on the screen for you guys. This is the CYPRX Discord group chat, okay? The general chat where I give my analysis, some overall perspectives of cryptocurrencies, forex, it doesn't really matter, commodities, whatever it is that I'm trading for that day, I send to the CYPRX group in advance. And this is a chat that I sent to the CYPRX advanced students on 01/20, so January 20th. This was 2 days before XRP tanked that one Friday in January, or excuse me, the last Friday in January before XRP tanked to 55 cents. And I said to them on 01/20 at 12:18 a.m., I said to them, I have a limit order on XRP for 55 cents. I'll be buying another $1,500 worth. Okay, you guys can see that here. 01/20/2022. I sent that to the CYPRX group chat. Now, something again I want to pull up here on YouTube. Okay, I'm going to play this for you guys. This video I uploaded on January 21st. It reads XRP crash and rebirth, the final flush, extreme fear. You guys can go ahead and check that one out, but I just want to play it for you guys. So go ahead and just listen, turn up your volume real fast. I'll turn up mine so that way you can hear it. And this is me actually giving you guys my bearish targets of anywhere between 60 and 50 cents. Okay, so I give you guys here on YouTube a little bit more of a overall perspective, a general area on what my bearish and bullish targets are. And then I give an in-depth perspective of my bearish and bullish targets to the CYPRX advanced students. Okay, so check this out. I'm going to play this for you guys here. It's real quick. It's like 30 seconds.
Likely back into $1. If we don't get a break above the 76-cent region and confirmational bullish close above, we are going to rally back down below 60 to 50 cents. As you guys can see, I have an alarm set for myself at 60 cents. Where anywhere below 60 cents is a good purchasing area for me, because that was the last place that I did purchase some XRP coins at. So that would be at a discounted price for me to purchase, again, if I am going to load up on my position. So I have an alarm set for that. As you guys...
Okay, so that was just me showing you guys that I do give you guys some very reasonable targets here. Now, just before we head over to the fundamental aspect of things, and I am going to cover some technical analysis today, give you guys some immediate short-term price predictions here for XRP, as well as give you guys a breakdown on the BTC Xrp correlation, okay? But from where I mentioned on YouTube and to the CYPRX advanced student general chat, we were operating right here in this bearish leg on XRP price action. And I had said, I showed you guys in the Discord that I had buy limits set for 55 cents, okay? And those were executed on January 22nd, 2022. Okay, this is current price action on XRP. So I just want to show you guys that if anybody had listened to me in the CYPRX advanced material, or if anybody on YouTube had listened to me, okay, you'd be up currently 67% on your portfolio had you have taken profit. From the low where I said 55 cents buy limit, even just on YouTube where I said 60 to 50 cents, okay, look at the gains. 66 to 67% on your overall capital. Had you have just paid attention to what it is that I teach here on the CYPRX Advanced YouTube, or if you're enrolled in the CYPRX Advanced, course material. Okay, so this price leg right here on the way down to 55 cents is where I mentioned. You guys can see down at the bottom, we see January 20th. That's right here. Okay, so we were right here at this high at around 76 cents. We melted straight down into that 55 cent area that triggered my buy limit, okay? And so right now I'm still currently floating in a position that looks like this on XRP, okay? I have my stop set at around 45 cents on a leveraged account on Osprey FX, and I'm currently up on my position with a 1-to-3 risk reward ratio currently at the moment. Okay, so beautiful execution on XRP, you guys. Again, anybody that's interested in the CYPRX mentorship, that link is in the description down below, or you can just visit cyprx.teachable.com. Without further ado, before we head into the technical analysis, I just want to give you guys a couple of fundamental news articles here that I have for you that I found. This is on fxstreet.com. And it reads, banking giant Wells Fargo is bullish on Bitcoin, says crypto adoption could explode. Okay. Again, when we're reading these articles, guys, pay attention to the key phrases, pay attention to the key vocabulary, and understand in past YouTube videos things that I've told you guys that we are early on in this crypto adoption phase. I've given you guys a visual perspective on the infant phase that we're in, collectively speaking, not the infant phase, but the teenage phase. Okay, where we're only 13 years into this cryptocurrency market. Banks and institutions. Okay, institutional order flow is still only dipping their toes into these digital asset classes. They have not even started to begin putting massive amounts of money, which they are going to once we get regulatory clarity from big institutions like the SEC or even Joe Biden's administration. Okay, things like that, when those things come into fruition and we get clarity, I'm telling you guys right now, watch, mark my words. And everybody else that's on board, like these big banks and institutions writing these articles, which I'm going to read for you guys today, they know what's happening behind the scenes. That every average day retail investor is a fear mongrel who, can't control their emotions and trades based off of fear and greed. Okay. However, the banking institutions know exactly which direction the market is headed in the future. And watch, I'm going to read these articles for you guys here today. So check this out. You guys can go read this article. This was uploaded today at 7:05 p.m. GMT. Wells Fargo believes it is not too early for institutions to adopt Bitcoin as crypto users grow rapidly worldwide. Wells Fargo says crypto has reached an inflection point similar to the internet in turn of the century. Okay, again, paying attention to key phrases right there says it all. Similar to the internet in turn of the century. Okay, I don't know if you guys remember the whole internet surge when internet was, frowned upon and everybody was skeptical about the internet. And then we saw a massive rise. And I'm going to get to an article here to show you guys a visual representation of that here in a second. But it was a big, massive boom in the rise of people that utilize the internet, okay, on a day-to-day basis. However, we're seeing that right now amongst cryptocurrencies, okay? So this article reads, just to highlight some key phrases and key sentences for you guys. The banking giant argues that Bitcoin is in a similar phase as the internet in the mid to late 90s. Wells Fargo believes it's not too late to buy Bitcoin. And I don't really personally invest in Bitcoin. However, this does correlate because obviously, of course, Bitcoin right now is dominating the market. So if you see a surge in Bitcoin, if Bitcoin were to go to, let's say, hypothetically speaking, 100,000 to 100,000 plus, it's going to have a massive effect on other cryptocurrencies like XRP, which moves in tandem right now with Bitcoin. They're heavily correlated. Okay, I'm going to show you guys that here again today via technical analysis. How literally to the T you can utilize the same strategy that I teach here on XRP to trade Bitcoin, to trade Ethereum, whatever, it doesn't matter. Okay, it's the same concept, same principle. But anyways, continuing this article. Multinational financial service giant Wells Fargo has a bullish outlook on crypto. The banking giant's global investment strategy team believes that over 200% annualized gains of Bitcoin does not mean it's too late to invest in the cryptocurrency. The banking giant's global investment strategy team, that is a huge mouthful right there, okay? But they believe that it's not too late to invest in cryptocurrency, i.e. Bitcoin, okay? Wells Fargo draws similarities between the adoption of the internet in the 90s and cryptocurrency now. We understand the too late to invest argument, but do not subscribe to it. Bitcoin could soon exit the early adoption phase and enter an inflection point of hyper adoption. Look at this. Key phrases. The early adoption phase. Things that I've been telling you guys on this YouTube channel time and time again. Scrolling down to this. We expect that cryptocurrencies eventually will follow an accelerated adoption path similar to recent digital inventions. Bitcoin, and when they say recent to similar digital inventions, they're talking about the internet, okay? Bitcoin's adoption has increased consistently over the past month. Analysts believe the recent events and rising institutional capital inflow are fueling a bullish narrative for the Bitcoin price. Okay, look at this. Again, key phrases. Institutional capital. Okay, you guys really need to understand the amount of money via fiat currency that is, transacted on a day-to-day basis. Okay, the SWIFT network alone, I'm pretty sure, again, this isn't completely accurate, but just off the top of my head, transacts anywhere between like $6.6 trillion per day in transactions. Okay, imagine if even just a fraction of a percent of that went, maybe 15 to 20 to 30% of that went into a coin like XRP, or even just Bitcoin for that matter. Okay, things are going to burst open in the next 10 to 15 years. You guys have to understand how early you want into this adoption phase. Okay, and I've shown you guys this in articles time and time again. I've shown you guys this in visual representations on the YouTube channel. You guys can go check those videos out. Okay, scrolling over to this article right here. This is from the cryptobasic.com, and it reads, Jpmorgan report Ripple correlates with Bitcoin. Also, the SEC lawsuit slows down XRP institutional adoption. Okay, I see other YouTubers covering the fact that XRP is artificially suppressed, but I want you guys to really truly understand why that is. And it is mainly because there is no clarity surrounding Ripple and XRP, but when there is, when this case does get settled, and eventually it will, okay, I know that it's lingering and we all are expecting it to just drag and drag and drag. I've told you guys that I don't even think it's going to be over this year. I think that everything on YouTube right now is all just bullish hype, and they're just going to continue to push this on until ISO 222 gets fully implemented into the bank and institutions infrastructure, okay, which I've given you guys video breakdowns on that too as well. But I think this is going to get dragged on as long as they possibly can, so that people don't become overnight millionaires. They know that some people on this earth, again, a very small percentage of individuals, are not stupid, and they are investing in this. Again, I'm not calling people that don't invest stupid. However, there are individuals that are more risky than others and are willing to take the opportunity to potentially become overnight fiat millionaires, which will happen if XRP surges to new all-time highs. If you just have a couple thousand coins, let's just say 5,000 to 20,000 XRP coins, which a very small percentage of individuals have. I myself fit into that category. I think right now my bag of XRP is sitting at around 65,000 coins. Okay, I fit into a very small percentage of individuals who own XRP of more than 5,000 coins. Okay, you have to understand that when people like myself and other investors see an XRP price action of anywhere to 50 to, let's just say, $60 XRP, that's going to put us well over $1 million in fiat capital. Okay, and the banks and institutions, the smart money people, the people in control of this economy, they don't want that to happen. Why? Because they saw it happen in early adoption Bitcoin phases. Okay, and they know that it's going to happen again, and they're trying to suppress that. Mark my words. Okay, again, close curtains. What's happening really behind the scenes? You guys have to pay attention to detail. Okay, anyways, reading this article. Sorry for the elongated speech. The company has argued that XRP is similar to Bitcoin, and I'm going to show you guys what they mean here by this sentence. So I highlighted that for you guys via when I go over technical analysis. But continuing on. Ripple is considered a settlement network capable of completing 1,500 transactions per second, while Bitcoin and Ethereum are capable of 7 and 15 transactions per second, respectively. This made me laugh, so I highlighted it for you guys. Look at the numbers, okay? And everybody that is, a Bitcoin maxi and opposed to XRP because of the SEC litigations and things of that nature, guys, the devil's in the details, okay? The network for Ripple is capable of completing 1,500 transactions per second, while Bitcoin and Ethereum are capable of 7 and 15. That's embarrassing. What do you think is going to happen when XRP gets regulatory clarity and bank and institutions can comfortably put their money into XRP instead of Bitcoin and Ethereum? They're going to choose XRP. They're going to choose Ripple, okay? And it's already been proven that they have been. They've been testing the waters, and I've shown you guys that in past videos. Coming down here, the SEC lawsuit, and this part of the article right here has to do with the suppression, but the SEC lawsuit slows down XRP institutional adoption. The adoption of XRP by corporate investors has been on a low as the world continues to observe the outcome of the SEC lawsuit against Ripple. The case was expected to come to an end next year, but has been a thorn in the flesh of the XRP community since the end of 2020. Recent reports suggest that the SEC will present 2 exhibits, blah, 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 exhibit to the judge, Analisa Torres, which supports its claim that Ripple sold unregistered securities within its shores. Again, this is all just covering, pretty much the updated version of what's going on in the SEC case. I've told you guys multiple times that I think that it's all just pop smoke. I think that eventually we're going to see another shakeout on XRP, meaning we're going to see another drop in price down anywhere below 20 to 35 to maybe even 40 cents. And then from there, we're going to see a floor set in place and we're going to see a bullish rally. Personally, I don't think that the price action on XRP that has just been given to us is the floor, okay? So be mindful of that. I do think that this is a bull trap, but continuing on to another article. This is what I was talking to you guys about, the chart that I want to show you guys with the early internet usage history versus crypto users and things of that nature, okay? Check this out. So this article is from the cryptobasic.com as well, and it talks about, again, Wells Fargo Global Corporation crypto adoption is on the rise and could reach an explosive growth point in the near future. Again, paying attention to key phrases. This is another article from the Wells Fargo giant talking about cryptocurrency adoption, just to highlight some things for you guys. We believe that cryptocurrencies are viable investments today, even though they remain in the early stages of their investment evolution. Right here, it says, leaving aside the numbers, there is no doubt that the global adoption of cryptocurrencies is on the rise and could reach an explosive growth point in the near future. Again, paying attention to key phrases. This graph right here shows the internet usage boom, okay, from the 1990s to current present time. And we see right here, this red line represents the early internet adoption phase, and this purple dotted line or purple dashed line represents crypto users right now. Guys, look how early on right now, okay, we are in this adoption phase, okay? This chart right here should give you so many positive vibes surrounding your portfolio for whatever cryptocurrency you're invested in. Now, that also ties into the rest of this article, okay? What to do. And I thought that this was very interesting that they released this to the public, but you should pay attention to this. The bank highlights that investors need to be patient because of most opportunities, according to the bank, lie in front of investors and not behind them. Investors need to be prudent because adoption rates are rising, but investment options are a bit behind and still maturing. Investors need to remain careful because the bank warns that many popular cryptocurrencies may disappear tomorrow. I highlighted this because I've gone over this time and time again. I think that because there are so many cryptocurrency outlets right now, there's going to be thousands of them that get rug pulled in the future. There's going to be thousands of them that get deemed securities. There's going to be thousands of them that get delisted from exchanges, and there's only going to be a select few in the future, okay, via utility and use case that grow exponentially from now until, maybe 10 plus years from now. Okay, so pay attention to that. Make sure that you're investing in cryptocurrencies that have valuable use cases, that have utility, that have interests via the bank and institutions adopting them. Okay, this has already happened in 2 primary Bitcoin cycles and could be happening again now. Compared to the internet, the text warns that most access sites in 1996 and 1997 are no longer relevant today. This is talking about cryptocurrencies going away that are valuable now. Okay, like meme coins. Okay, if you're investing in meme coins, really do your research on cryptocurrencies and invest in a cryptocurrency that has future potential. Okay, not just because it's booming on the internet and your best friend told you to invest in it, right? In addition, this period was marked by a big bubble that broke several companies and, of course, investors. In other words, it isn't easy to know which cryptocurrency other than Bitcoin will remain alive. So Wells Fargo notes that while there are opportunities, you need to monitor your portfolio at all times. This was very interesting how they ended this. Large banks in the United States and worldwide are increasingly paying attention to the market. And the new report shows interest in the technology adoption curve. Okay, again, paying attention to how they end and start the articles. They started the article with what? Explosive growth point in the near future, and they end it with large banks and institutions potentially picking up adoption in the adoption curve, right? Okay, so these 2 articles, they talk about Bitcoin and XRP correlation. So I want to show you guys how utilizing, number 1, the CYPRX principles that I teach you guys here on the YouTube channel, and what it is that I teach to the advanced students in extreme detail, you guys could have utilized yesterday to catch a nice bullish move had you have missed the buying opportunity down here at the 55-cent region on XRP to get in on some potential scalping positions to the upside where we surpassed almost 92 cents. Okay, so just focusing on the correlation between BTC and XRP. This is XRP against the United States dollar. All right, I'm going to put my session indicator on for you guys here so we can see the New York session start. And I want you guys to see the similarity and why Wells Fargo maybe potentially thinks that XRP and Bitcoin are correlated. I want to show you guys what the bank and institutions did to put in their order flow and put in their money, and then see the surge happen in the potential risk to reward trade that you could have placed on XRP as well as Bitcoin. Okay, so check this out. Okay, what can we see prior to the New York session? What it is that I teach you guys. We can see early buyers and sellers prior to the New York session. Early buyers here in this area, early sellers. It's the same thing that I teach you guys. Now, before the bank and institutions put in their move, how did they give us an indication that they wanted to grab liquidity and then reverse? Okay, that's what you're paying attention to. Look here. Prior to this New York session, we are clearly in an uptrend. Prices making significant higher highs, higher lows. Higher highs, higher lows, respecting bullish order flow. So until these demand regions are broken, we have to assume that the market is going to continue to trend upwards, correct? Okay, that is simply just the definition of an upward trending market, okay? Now look what happens here. We see a grab of liquidity. The bank and institutions pushed into these early buy positions here in the form of double bottoms or retail supportive regions. Okay, again, people reading baby pips or, you know, following all these YouTubers that trade forex that teach you, you know, double bottom, double top formations or trend line formations, whatever the case may be, most likely they're trading these positions. And the banking institutions, okay, they know that. So what do? Getting rid of some of that, they target these areas and areas of liquidity. So they pushed into this area. Now that we've seen a liquidity grab and a failure to create a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high formation, okay, what does the market do? Instead, it reverses, creates a higher low. This higher low right here is something that I've been teaching you guys on the CYPRX YouTube, has been the most significant piece to our scalping positions here at CYPRX. Okay, again, what it is that I teach you guys in detail on YouTube, I teach in extreme detail to the advanced CYPRX traders. Okay, so here is where we're going to capitalize on measuring via our Fibonacci. Okay, so check this out. After the liquidity grab, we see a higher low that leads to a what? Higher high, higher low, higher high formation. So if we want to get in on this moving train, we need to see price break structure, which it did here. It created a brand new structural high in comparison to the previous one. So utilizing this information, once we've broken structure and created a new structural high, what can we do? We can take our Fibonacci tool from the most significant, and again, I've covered this multiple times on the YouTube channel, after the liquidity grab, you're measuring from the most significant higher low that leads to a new break in market structure. So that's this high right here, taking your fib from the low to the new high and extending that over and waiting for a discounted pullback. And what do we see? That's 62% sweet spot. Again, the banking institutions like purchasing or selling at a discounted price of 62 to 79%. And what do we get? A beautiful risk to reward had you have just entered at the 62% discount. Okay, stops below the 100%, and you're targeting your 50 to 100% to 200% extension. There was a beautiful 1-to-3 risk to reward ratio, 3% on your overall capital. Beautiful scalp on XRP. Now look at the similarities via XRP price action and Bitcoin. Again, paying attention to the devil's in the details. We see a grab of liquidity that leads to a higher low, that leads to a break in market structure, and we're entering in on a discounted pullback. Look at BTC's price action on the same day. The same day, this is now February 7th, the same day on Bitcoin, okay? All right, look at this. Now, unfortunately, this move did not happen during New York session, but it still happened on February 7th. Look at the similarities, okay? What can we see? We see an uptrend leading into this London session to New York session overlap, okay? Right here, we see London session start. We see this transition from London session over into New York session. And what can we see? The market was trending up. So we have to assume that until these lows or these demand regions are broken, that the market is going to respect bullish order flow. Okay, well, look what the market does. It creates a significant higher low that leads to a break in market structure. So now we're operating inside of a new A to B move. Okay, but the market, London open, interest, early sellers and early buyers. Okay, what do the market makers do? They come, they liquidate early buy positions. Again, same thing that they did on XRP during New York session, they did during London session on Bitcoin. They liquidate early buyers, and instead of creating a lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low formation, what happens? We dip into a low where there's liquidity. We can imagine there's stop losses beneath this low here. Again, from people who bought this opportunity right here or this pullback. Okay, their stop losses would have looked something like this potentially. Okay, right? People that are chasing the market, they would have had stop losses here. Look what the market makers do. They dip into that area of liquidity and reverse. And now what can we see? A higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high formation. Guys, it's the same pattern that XRP presented. Now taking your Fibonacci from the most significant higher low, again, after the grab of liquidity. This is the most significant higher low after the market grabbed liquidity. So you're taking your Fibonacci from this low to the brand new high that broke structure. Again, we see grab of liquidity, high, higher low. This is the most significant higher low after the grab of liquidity that leads to a higher high, higher low, higher high formation that breaks overall market structure. Okay, so we're taking our Fibonacci from the higher low after the grab of liquidity, extending that up to where the market broke structure and waiting for a pullback. And would you guys look at the correlation? We see a pullback into that 62% sweet spot, the same sweet spot that XRP price executed at, and boom, a beautiful 1-to-3 risk reward ratio, same correlation as XRP, same price action, different trading session. Had you have just targeted the 100% to 200% Fibonacci extension, that would have been a beautiful 1-to-5 risk reward ratio on Bitcoin, same price action, grab of liquidity, shift in momentum, higher low after the liquidity grab that leads to a break in market structure. You're looking to get in on a pullback. We see a pullback of 62% discount. Again, 62 to 79% discount is where the bank and institutions like to purchase from, and boom, we see an injection of liquidity into the market. What did we see? Same thing on XRP. What did we see? We see a grab of liquidity that led to, instead of creating a lower high, lower low formation, created a higher high, higher low that led to a higher high formation. Now that price has broken structure, we have a liquidity grab, a significant higher low. We can take our fib from the higher low to the break of structure and wait for a discounted pullback, which we got that correlation of 62% discount, and boom, we see an injection of liquidity into the market. Okay, beautiful price action breakdown. Again, where we're operating at on XRP, just to give you guys some immediate bullish and bearish targets. Okay, I think that XRP is due for a nice significant pullback compared to the rally that we just witnessed. Right now, I have this 91 cent marker marked off, where right now price action isn't looking too hot and creating a new higher leg to the upside. Okay, meaning that we see these equal highs here, or this area of retail resistance or double tops or whatever it is that you want to call it. We know that there's stop losses most likely that exist above these highs. So for the bank and institutions to want to push price higher, this is the area that they're most likely going to target. We need to see price action smoothly flow in XRP up into this area and transition up into these highs to grab all this liquidity and hold above $1. If we don't get that, most likely we are creating a lower high and we are going to melt back to the downside. Again, this potentially was just a buy trap. And that's honestly what I think is happening. I think that everybody's popping smoke, telling everybody that XRP is bullish. And I personally think that it is going to, melt one more time. Okay. And again, that is just me being realistic. I think that there's too much liquidity beneath the 55 cent region, for price to just leave that behind before shooting back to the upside. If that doesn't happen, you guys have gotten my bullish targets. We need to break and hold above 90 cents and maintain that area of, support / resistance to maintain price action momentum back above $1 to smoothly transition into these highs here. Okay. So we'll see how price action plays out. If we do see a bearish reversal, my first immediate buy limit sits at around 45 to 38 cents. Okay. So I'll mark that off for you guys here. My initial buy limit, again, where I will be looking to purchase more XRP if we do come into these regions, this is just for YouTube, is the 45 cent to 38 cent region. Okay, so we'll cover some XRP price action here in the next upcoming days to see how price plays out, whether we break that dollar threshold or whether we melt back below 55 cents. We will see. Let's see how price action plays out. This is my next buying opportunity on XRP. If we do surpass these 55 cent regions, I will not be looking to purchase any more XRP and add on to my 55 cent position unless we surpass that and melt down into 45 to 38 cents. Okay, you guys have seen the bullish targets. I've given you guys the bearish targets. Blessings to you guys all. I hope that you enjoyed this video breakdown. Smash that thumbs up button. Make sure that you subscribe to the YouTube channel. We are almost at 4,000 YouTube subscribers. Seriously, blessings to you guys all. Anybody that's interested in the mentorship, the link is in the description down below. As always, be cognizant, be aware. Everybody take it easy, and I'll see you guys next time.